Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be designing a tiny whoop. I already have one owned, but just be interesting to make another one. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I scrapped together some older parts from a different drone. It was a much bigger model, but I took the motors, I took the flight controller slash receiver thing, and I also have two batteries to go along with it, and they are a lot bigger. So I'm thinking this craft is going to spin like a 2-inch prop instead of a 1-inch prop. So really it's going to be like a mini whoop. Uh, but let's get started. I'm going to start with this. Gotta make a name. Mini whoop. Alright. Oh, this is interesting. There we go. It was working really strangely there for a second. See if anybody's joined. Nobody yet. Okay, that's fine. Let's keep going. So the dimensions for these motors are 8.5 millimeters, which is a lot larger than a normal tiny whoop. So 8.5, that'll be for 0.25. And now that should be 8.5. There we go. And then the total length of it is also quite big. 20 millimeters. So, yeah. That's what the motor looks like, and then you have a little shaft going out the end. It's about that long. But yeah, so I'm just thinking on how I can mount the motors down without having them damaged with the wires at the bottom. As you can see, the wires come out there. I don't want them to squish or get wrecked. So I'm going to think of something to do for that. We don't need the depth. I think I'm going to seat them inside a little thing of plastic. Maybe having it quite thick. $10mm sounds good to me, so that'll be... Oh, not that small. Is it really? Okay, how about 11? So that'll be 5.5. That looks much better. Now that's going to have its own thickness. I mean height. Going up about 15 millimeters, I suppose. Or 10. I haven't really thought this out. It's going to go up 15. Remember, the motor extrudes higher above it, but then the bottom is missing, and then we're going to have a little cup go around. Oh. Alright, I'm going to have to enlarge all of this. Scale of 10. And we'll do the same thing over here, maybe only 1 millimeter thick. It's not catching the tangent for some reason. In that case, let's see. I might give this an offset. But not that way. That's not going to work. Has anybody joined yet? Alright, cool. We got one person watching. Feel free to type in the chat anything that you like. Maybe I'll respond. Looks pretty consistent to me. I'll knock this out. Then I think I can use a follow me tool. That'll work. There we go. Oh. Pfft. Okay, that definitely messed up. Let's try again. And that only did a hemisphere. Oh, that is strange. Oh, it had it for a second. It did. I saw it. Okay. Now we're talking. It's quite a nice bottom. But how we're gonna get the wires to exit is a question. Because if I hide this and this, okay, it dishes down. Delete that and unhide. Okay, now I'm thinking that this should have a little hole at the bottom. So I'm going to chop this down a little. Ah, crap. Let's hide that. Take this crap out. Okay, surely there's a better way to go around this because I don't like it so far. I think it needs to be fully going around, but only a certain distance. So let's get a good example in. Alright, so now there's a copy on the other side. And I can do follow me again. Hmm. Can't quite figure this out. This is kind of what I'm looking for. Not perfect, but it'll do. Hide it. That looks prettier. Oh, there's still some stuff there. That should be a problem, though. Okay, so now we have the little housing for the motor. I can make multiples of them, and I'm going to figure out the wheelbase. So here's the current little tiny Whoop I have. And it has a wheelbase of, corner to corner, approximately 65 millimeters. If this one is going to be spinning a 2-inch prop, well then 2-inch, okay, maybe at 1.5 inches, because 2 inches is a lot bigger. Is it though? No. For reference, I'm going to bring in a different model. Where is it? There. To have the same scale. That's what it looks like compared. Well, actually, the frame here that I currently have on it is actually this model. So that's a good comparison for the size. Yeah, these motors really shouldn't be spinning a 1-inch prop because there's just not going to be enough RPM going out of it and stuff like that. I'm going to turn this into a group. I'm going to move it 40 millimeters. And turn it. Okay, this is going nowhere. I shouldn't be starting with the motors. I should be starting with the base. So here's the base. Little circuit board. Got 4 little screw mounts on there, so I'm gonna build a square, I guess. The distance between those is 26 millimeters. So it's just those points for the screws. I am thinking. It's taking a while. And there should be little stands for that with a diameter of 4. These will get raised up. About 5 millimeters. That is after I put a little hole in the center for the screw to go. That's going to have a diameter of 1 millimeter. Oh. There we go. So that's where the board is going to rest. And then for making the rest of the frame, I'm not really sure. This is a first time kind of thing. Still just one person watching. There's going to be arms that fork out. Thinking something like 5 by 8. So let's find the center. right now it looks like a plus, but I'm gonna rotate it. Poo. Gonna rotate that 45 degrees. All right. This is kind of what I'm thinking. Whether it's a good idea or a bad one, I'm not sure. And I can't extend that anymore. Alright, next problem to solve. What the heck? Alright. I think this is going to solve everything. Make this a group. Nope. Separate. Make group. Make group. 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 And it shouldn't be a problem. Oh crap. Hey, there we go. And I can explode each of them, right? I think. Perfect. Then I can make the motor mounts on the end. Let's import and identify the scale, approximate scale. Okay, so right now it's about the same size as the Tiny Whoop, which is right over here. That looks about right for what I want. So, I think this is the point where I make the little motor bounce. Maybe another thing I could do is just have a hole for the motor to slide into and then have the motor screwed down tight against the frame. And I could also adjust the height, and that way it would be permanent. For this one I had to put electrical tape around the outside so that the motor wouldn't slide up and down on the plastic. Doesn't sound like a bad idea. So we'll increase the diameter of the motor seating. To 4.5. We can have that outside pretty thick. Yeah. Take that out. Bring this down. This can go down 8 as well. How well this is going to work? No idea. No freaking clue. But it's interesting. Looks excessively thick, especially the arms. We can do the same thing for the rest of the sections. Oh, I took off too much there. this doesn't look so bad, but there's a lot of improvements I need to make, obviously. For example, like a battery mount on the bottom, like, you can't really mount a battery in that kind of area. I'm gonna save that as a STL file, and then we can check how it's gonna print. 'Cause we don't want the frame to weigh too much. And it's probably gonna weigh like 10 grams, I think. Whereas this one over here weighs like 5. How many viewers? Explain what's going on. I'm making a mini Whoop frame. When did you send that message? A while ago. Long time ago. Here we go. That's called a mini Whoop. Where's M? There it is. The size looks pretty good though, I will say. Yeah, 13 grams, that's a lot. But you know what, I'll print this out and test to see what other changes I can make. But right now it's being printed solid. Okay, we're going to change that, obviously. Maybe only 20% infill. Okay, now we're down to 9 grams. That's a massive difference. Check out the layer view. Got a little bit of support there. That's good. But yeah, those arms are incredibly thick. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. But I do think I should have a larger amount of support material, so I'll upgrade that to 10%.
Hey dude, how you doing?
Fantastic.
What?
Go away.
That's rude.
It is.
I just want to know if you made it to your math exam.
Yes, I did, and I did quite well.
Well, that's good.
Now buzz off.
Encouraging, not re-encouraging. It's very rude.
I'm filming right now.
Oh, well, you're on pause.
No, I'm not.
You need like a hand signal or something for
Yeah.
filming.
Get out.
Oh, no, you need something that's not rude. You go like this or something.
That's what I have to deal with anyway. One thing I should do though, to make the arms stronger and have the infill actually go back and forth. You see how it's going straight? It needs to go diagonally back and forth. So, to fix that, I'm going to rotate the model. Oh, not that way. This way. Oh, buzz off. Ahaha, that's what I'm looking for. See, now it's going in an X pattern. But maybe 20% isn't enough. I'm going to upgrade that to 30. But it's not for strength. Let's go back to 20. So that looks good right now anyway. I'm going to get that printed out. So yeah. Talk to you later.